let's go. Produce it, process it, distribute it. I go make the dough just to feed my own. I go do it. Ghana grows.
Hello and welcome to this special edition of Ghana Grows Edwuma, the program that seeks to highlight opportunities within the agriculture and ATVET sectors. Now this program, our aim is to encourage young Ghanaians to take advantage of these initiatives within these sectors so that they don't go chasing elusive white-collar jobs. This program is an initiative of MasterCard Foundation in partnership with Springboard Roadshow Foundation. I'm your host, Araba Kumsin, and in today's special edition, we're meeting a young Ghanaian graduate who is taking advantage of the Bui Dam to redefine success through irrigation farming. The Bui Dam, located on the Black Volta River, was commissioned on December 19, 2013 to help boost Ghana's energy needs. But who would have thought that it would also offer an incredible opportunity to a graduate of the University of Ghana to venture into irrigation farming by taking advantage of the downstream? How did it all begin? Let's find out. Let's go and meet this remarkable young man. Hello, Rodge. How are you? Welcome to Ghana Grows Edwuma.
Thank you very much.
Go and show me your file.
Sure.
Interesting. So we'll get into the farming business proper later on. But tell me about yourself. I mean, what do you do? Who are you? Who is Rodge?
Okay. So my name is Rodge. But it's spelled as Rodge. R-O-D-G. But
that's an interesting name.
the pronunciation is Rodge. Yeah.
I see. So what's your background? Growing up, what did you study in school?
Okay. So I did electrical and electronics engineering.
Electronic engineering.
Yeah.
Engineering.
Yeah.
Engineer turned farmer.
Yes.
Wow. Amazing. So Rodge, tell us, where are we standing right now? Okay, all I see is, rows and rows of pepper crops and some trees. I feel like we're in the forest. Where exactly are we?
So we are the pepper site. So we grew them in stages. So this was the second stage.
Okay.
Yeah. The very top is the first
So
stage.
this is your farm, which is Acro Farms.
Acro Farms,
yes.
Yeah.
So tell us what you grew apart from pepper.
Okay, so we okra. We also do okra.
Okay.
And then we will do onions next 2 months. So okra, onions, and pepper.
Okra, onions, and pepper.
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah.
But how did you come by the idea to do pepper? Why not plantain? Why not maize? Why not any other crop? Why pepper?
Starting out, if you are so you can have experience in growing different vegetables on a small scale.
Right.
But if you want to go large scale, you have to try to go with the safety net, and I think pepper is a good safety net. It's very
safety net in what? How safe is it in terms of selling
it's tougher.
Okay.
It's more resistant to diseases.
Okay.
It just needs water. Like this, we've abandoned them because we want the soil to regain its natural nutrients.
So you talked about the drip irrigation.
Yes.
And I can see a lot of
drip lines.
Drip lines here as well.
Yeah.
So is that what you call the
drip irrigation?
That's drip irrigation.
Yes, that's basically drip irrigation.
That's that different from farming, irrigation farming?
So it's the same thing, but it's different approaches.
Right.
So currently, what we are practicing is the overhead, but we started with a drip. So with a drip, it's very good because you have these holes, right? These tiny holes.
Yes.
And so it goes directly on the soil,
right,
and then on the plants, and it helps because with the overhead irrigation, it promotes fungi growth. So what we do is when we do the overhead irrigation, a week after we apply some.
For people who don't know what overhead irrigation is,
okay,
explain to them.
So basically, this is a plant,
right?
You can to give it water, you can decide to apply it from the top.
Okay.
So on the leaves.
Using a can or any other thing?
Anything,
okay.
yes. Or
okay.
you can decide to tackle the base and then.
Yes.
So the drip looks at the base. It goes
Yes.
directly to the cell.
Okay.
Overhead, you are like how.
So overhead, you are basically just, pouring water on everything else.
Everything else.
And it encourages the growth of
Yes.
weeds as well.
Yes.
But
weeds,
with drip, it's specific to the plant.
Exactly.
Good.
And also with the drip, you don't need to look at fungi growth a lot. But then with overhead, because they're on the leaves, fungi would be on the leaves. So that one too, you need to look at how you'd control the fungi and stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Drip. So you talked about drip irrigation. I know that it costs a lot to, set up the drip irrigation system on farms.
Yeah.
So how are you able to pay for it?
I did it out of pocket. I think 90% of the funding came from myself and 10% came from friends.
Friends.
Family.
So you must have saved up a lot because you know
Yes.
what they say about farming is, capital intensive.
Yeah, I could.
Did that not scare you off when you were starting?
It did. Because with that money, I could have gotten myself another new car or something. But looking at the returns and the impact, I think it was more impactful.
So how much did you sink into it when you first started?
Close to 190,000.
Almost 200,000 cities. Wow. Wow. And how large is the farm?
Okay, so for the pepper, it's 2 point, so like a hectare. That's for the pepper.
Okay.
The okra, it's 1.5 acres. So yeah.
I see.
But the whole farm, the plan, and then it's 7 acres.
7
so that's what
acres.
we are looking at.
So how many workers do you have on the farm?
So I have 4 fixed workers, and I have laborers that come as and when. They're around
Casual
8
laborers.
to 9 people. About 4 fixed workers.
I see.
Yeah, with a farm manager.
That's interesting because I was going to ask you whether you've deployed any technology in your line of work.
Yeah. So currently we've been able to. So we have a farm leisure, and because I was with them for the first cycle, I know the farm strength, I know their capacity, and so I'm able to peg and give them targets every week.
Okay.
So if it's plus or minus a bag or two, that's fine. I'm cool with that theft. But
I see.
yeah, so that's and we are in talks with some companies to get drones and then install some CCTV cameras also around so that night time I'll still be able to monitor and so we are thinking about doing that as well.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
But we also have a watchman.
You have a watchman.
Yeah. He comes in the evening.
In the evening.
Yeah.
Does he patrol the farms? Because
yes. So now we want to leave. So we want the land to reclaim its natural.
Okay.
So we've left it. But when we were actively harvesting, he was coming in the evenings as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So he would mostly just be there. Where there's a bench and then a small structure there so he patrols to make sure that, because we're having some test cases, some people are coming in the night to harvest.
So electrical engineer turned farmer. Is this a lucrative venture?
Oh, very. It is. I would entreat everyone to at least have an acre and then start small. That's the most important thing. Because as I always say, there is no fixed rule for all farms. Because all farms are different.
Right.
But the only fixed rule is start small. Because if you start small, you'll be able to manage your farm and know what works for you and what does not. Because if I am to also say my farm practices, it will not work in certain terrains. Because here we have a lot of sun and a lot of the soil dries out because of the sun. So we do more of water application. And with water application, you need to balance how you apply your organic. We use organic fertilizers. We don't do inorganic or chemical. So you need to balance it. But those in the Volta region, those in the very cold places, they don't need a lot of water. They would need little of these organic fertilizers. So you need to know your terrain, know what works for you, but start small. Yeah.
That's the advice of Rodge. This is still Ghana Grows Edwuma. I'm your host, Arabukumsi. We're taking a short break. When we return, Rodge of Acro Farms has more to share on his farming venture. Don't go away.
Springboard Hangouts is fun-filled, educative, and impactful virtual and TV conversations for young people. Discover and engage success stories and life lessons in the agriculture, agribusiness, and ATVET sectors. Join Comfort Okran on this adventurous and life-transforming journey this and every Saturday at 4 p.m. on Joy Prime and on Facebook at Comfort Okran and Ghana Grows. If you're a young person and you want to be a part of our various interventions, call or WhatsApp us on 0308 255 775 or visit www.springboard.com.
Welcome back to the program. This is still Ghana Grows Edwuma. We're coming to you from Acro Farms in the Bono region where the Bui Dam is located. I'm here with Rodge, owner or founder of Acro Farms. Rodge, so you've been telling me a lot about your farms. You're doing a lot of great work, but
Thank you very much.
Are there any challenges that you're confronted with in your farming venture?
Funding is a huge challenge. Imagine funding this out of pocket, friends. Eventually, the money will run out. And that means if it runs out, the farm should cease. But that's not how it's supposed to. Because imagine providing pepper, okra for about 500 people.
Right.
That's a lot. So if we have like 10 more of Acro Farms, that's like 5,000 people. And with time, food shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
So number one, it's funding. How to get funding, how to get access to. And a lot of these banks are scared. They think farming is a risk, but I'll tell you, farming now is not a risk.
Yes.
I can go into contract with anyone and say I'll give you this number of bags, invest this, you get this percentage.
In fact, elsewhere, farming is a very profitable venture,
Very.
but I understand that these days, the banks are opening up a bit more and are more open to giving farmers loans. And with, the inclusion of MasterCard as well, people are getting funding. But that's one major challenge, like you said. What's the other challenge?
Illegal mining, aka Galamsey.
You're also affected by Galamsey.
Yeah.
Wow. How has it impacted you?
So you need farm hands to, even if you want to go in the mechanization way, you still need someone to be around. You need someone to plug and stuff. But because Galamsey is booming, a lot of people would prefer to go to the Galamsey site rather than to come to the farm.
Interesting, because I was going to ask you, because we all know that even though farming is capital intensive from the onset, I mean, it's profitable along, and so wouldn't you say that this is a more profitable venture than illegal mining? Exactly,
because if you look at the structure of illegal mining, they would get whatever gold is there, destroy the land, and then move in search of another goal. So it's more like a risk, it's more like a probability, and you are destroying the environment. But with farming, if you plant the seed, provided you give it water and what it needs, it will keep producing over. And I think farming is
more sustainable.
It's more sustainable.
Yes, and that's a word to the youth right there. Now, what about the youth? Because you're a young person, I'm sure young people are watching you and are inspired, but they don't know where to start. What word do you have for them?
If you're a young person and you want to be financially stable, financially free, I would suggest just one thing: go into agriculture, learn about it, research, and start small. Don't do Galamsey, don't do fraud, do agriculture, because trust me, it will yield far more benefits than either Galamsey or fraud or anything you do. Start small, get the right knowledge, and you shall succeed.
It's been an inspiring journey so far, seeing how determination, resilience, and strategy is helping young entrepreneurs such as Rodge thrive in the agricultural sector. In the second part of this episode, we will be taking a look at the impact of the farm on the communities here and how it is creating jobs. As always, Ghana Grows Edwuma is brought to you by MasterCard Foundation in partnership with Springboard Roadshow Foundation. Remember, you can contact us via *718*50# or you can call the Springboard call center on 0308 255 775. And remember, Ghana Grows Hope Day.